Now we are taking the second classification. Okay, on the basis of second classification, meta-ethics is classified into two categories: moral universalism and moral relativism. Okay, so first of all, what is mean by moral universalism? So it believes that certain moral principles or standards are universally applicable regardless of region, religion, nationality, gender, caste, race, etc. Okay, so very simple. The word itself is clearly saying that universalism. So there are some moral principles, moral, that is what is right, what is wrong. So there are some moral principles which are universally applicable irrespective of in which nation you are, in which region you are, from which religion you belong to, or you are from which gender, caste, or etc. Okay, so there are some principles which will always be applicable throughout the society globally. Okay, so we can take an example. The example could be that causing violence to fellow human being is treated unethical across all society. Very simple. That if you are causing violence to, or I should include a word that will become, that will make my statement more clear. That is, causing violence to innocent fellow being is treated unethical. It is considered unethical across all society. So obviously it is a universal moral principle that you cannot harm some innocent individual. If you are harming some innocent individual, then you are committing an unethical act, and this is a universal principle. There will be no country, there will be no region which will approve such type of action. So obviously this comes under the category of moral universalism. But there is second category also, that is moral relativism. Now what it says that it believes that there are no universal moral standards, that there are no universal moral standards. Okay, so try to understand that it is saying there are no universal moral standard. That is, you cannot pick and choose any one standard that will be universally applicable. Okay, it is saying further that every moral principle is relative. It is specific to a society, culture, individual, nation, and so on. Okay, so it is exactly opposite of universalism ethics. The relativism ethics says that all your morals, all your principles are relative. It is relative to your society, your culture, or individual, even situation, your action, and so on. Okay, so for example, abortion is treated immoral in Catholic societies. Further, if we take a further example, then Malta, Nicaragua does not allow abortion in any case, even when danger to women's life. So, if we properly understand this example, then you know that abortions are done in cases when there is some danger to the health of mother. Okay, so there are many countries which allow abortion, but you have to take permission. You have to, your procedure must be approved by the doctor. The doctor must approve that if you do not allow, if you do not abort the pregnancy, then there will be impact on the mother's health. So in that case, some country allows abortion, but there are some countries which do not allow abortion, and the example are Malta, Nicaragua. Malta is a European country, Nicaragua is a South American country. So they does not allow abortion in any of the cases, even when there is danger to woman's life. So even mother gets died, but you will not allow abortion. So here there is the theory of moral relativism, that you cannot have any universal ethical principle. All ethical principles or your moral principles are relative. Okay, so you can say that in this example, abortion is ethical in societies, provided there is danger to women's health. But in some societies it is absolutely unethical. In any case, if you do abortion, then it is unethical. So here it becomes relative. In some countries ethical, some countries unethical. Okay, so this was the classification on the basis of second one in the category of meta ethics. Okay, but there is another category that I can include here, which is called as moral nihilism. What is moral nihilism? What it says? It says that, or it believes that nothing has any intrinsic moral or immoral value attached to it, or in simple term, there is no morality whatsoever. So what moral nihilism says that there is no point of talking about any morality or immorality. There is no use of it. In simple term, we can say that is, there is no morality or immorality in any action. In other words, that there is nothing like any intrinsic moral or immoral value. Okay, so in conclusion, we can say that according to this theory, there is no action preferable to any other. There is no point of talking about abortion being moral or immoral. There is no point of talking about capital punishment being ethical or unethical. There is no use of it, no sense of it. This is what moral nihilism says. Okay, so again revising, if we go back to our original table, now we have classified meta-ethics into the main two categories, that is moral universalism and moral relativism, and the third one is nihilism, which is not normally included in ethics part, but we must know the term. So what moral universalism says? It says that the there are some ethical standards which are universally applicable in all the societies, countries, individual, etc. But moral relativism says that no, such type of common or universal ethical or moral standards are not possible. Okay, so in case of moral universalism, we took an example of the violence or harm to any innocent individual. This is considered as true, or causing violence to some innocent is considered as immoral in all the societies. But on the other hand, moral relativism says that there is no such thing, and the example that we have taken was of abortion. In many countries, abortion are allowed. It is considered ethical if there is danger to mother. But there are some countries, normally Catholic cultures, where it is absolutely immoral to have abortion, even if there is danger to life of mother. Okay, and what nihilism says? It says that there is nothing like moral or immoral act. So there is no sense, no point of talking about it. Okay, so this was the whole discussion about meta ethics. And what I have already told you, that meta ethics, we can say it is more of an abstract part. Okay, it deals with the theoretical concept, that is what is moral, what is immoral, what are values, and so on. It deals with the structural part of the ethics component. So this is more than sufficient that what we have discussed. You must know what are the terms and the basic one statements about all the different type of branches. The second part, that is normative ethics, this is more important to us. Okay, what is virtue ethics, what is deontological, what is theological, and finally we will deal applied ethics separately. Okay, so now we will take the normative ethics part. We will understand what virtue ethics says, what deontological says, and what theological says. Thank you.